Good evening, I'm Abhushan Gautam. Let's begin with the top stories this hour. Parliamentary meeting called off until Wednesday to reach an agreement with Madhesi Morcha. Morcha plans to step up protests. Prime Minister KP Oli says ongoing problems will be sorted out through talks with the protesting parties. And Nepal to play Bangladesh on Sunday for the AFC Under-14 Girls Regional Championship title. Meeting of the Legislature Parliament has been called off until coming Wednesday to reach an agreement with Madhesi Morcha. The meeting slated for today was suspended as the parties agreed to move ahead with the statute amendment proposal only after holding discussions with the Madhesi Morcha. The Nepali Congress, UML, Unified Maoists and Rashtriya Prajatantra Party Nepal, among other parties, reached a consensus in this regard this morning. The parties had earlier decided to begin parliamentary discussions on the Constitution Amendment Bill from today, which is aimed at addressing the demands raised by the protesting Madhesi Morcha. Meanwhile, the cabinet meeting held earlier this evening has decided to suspend Armed Police Force Chief Koshraj Wanta for 3 months for his alleged involvement in corruption. AIG Durja Kumar Rai has been appointed as his replacement for the time being. Samyukta Loktantrik Madhesi Morcha has said that the significance of talks with the government in Kathmandu has ended. Morcha said that the government would have to go to Tarai in order to hold the next round of talks. Similarly, the Morcha has unveiled fresh programs saying they will continue with their protests. Now, this comes at a time when the government has been asking the main parties repeatedly to come for talks. Talking to journalists after the meeting, the Morcha leader said that the significance of talks had ended. The protesting parties have also decided to protest the Constitution Amendment Bill tabled in the Parliament. They have said that the bill does not address the demands. Burning the copy of Constitution to remove the misunderstanding of the people regarding the bill, demonstrations and disrupting government programs are among their plans. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli has said that the ongoing problems will be sorted out through talks with the protesting parties. He said this during an address of a program organized by UML at Kailali's Ataria. Oli said that no one had the right to divide the country or to disrupt the atmosphere of peace. He said the government would be working on preventing such activities. Oli further said that Nepal's constitution was being praised as an unusually democratic constitution by the world. Prime Minister Oli further said that there is no point creating unnecessary hassles over it. At the program, Deputy Prime Minister and Home Minister Bhim Rao said that the Madhesi Morcha had backstabbed people's aspirations by negotiating talks. The government has been celebrating the 15th International Labour Day with the slogan, "Foreign employment is everyone's concern." Various programs are also being organized to celebrate it. However, the state of security and value of workers is deteriorating. So today in this context, we ask the residents of Kanchanpur, Kapilvastu, Tanahu and Sarlahi what should be done to create proper conditions to live and work in Nepal. Before we take a short break, let's have a look at what they had to say.
जनताको आवाज brought to you by
तरण गरेको छ त्यो अझै पनि प्रभाव तरिकाले गाउँ गाउँमा स्वरोजगार कार्यक्रम गर्यो भने म जस्ता युवाहरू विदेश जानबाट बस्ने छन्।
सरकारले उद्योग धन्दा कल कारखाना खोल्ने चाहिँ सुरक्षित र उचित वातावरण सिर्जना गर्नुपर्छ।
विदेश जाने युवाहरूलाई स्वदेशमै जागिरको ग्यारेन्टी गर्नु पर्यो।
राजनीति सुरु हुँदाखेरि त्यो बन्द हडताल यताउता शान्तिपूर्ण हुन्छ भन्ने गाउँघरको मान्छेहरू जीवन जीविका पाउनको लागि धेरै सजिलो हुन्छ।
सरकारले हाम्रो ठाउँमा लगानीको वातावरण सिर्जना गर्यो भने हामी वैदेशिक रोजगारको लागि विदेश जानु पर्दैन र हामीले आफ्नै ठाउँमा केही गरेर देखाउन सकिन्छ।
यस्ता किसिमका रोजगारी दिनु पर्यो जसले गर्दा उनीहरू बाध्य भएर विदेश जानका लागि बाध्य नहुन्।
सर्वप्रथम राज्यले एउटा युवाहरू केन्द्रित व्यवसायिक नीति ल्याउनु पर्यो र त्यो व्यवसायबाट युवाहरूको भविष्य उज्जवल छ भन्ने कुरो स्पष्ट रूपमा देखिने खालको हुनु पर्यो। त्यो भएमा युवाहरू देशमै रहेर केही गर्न सक्छ।
सरकारले यही हामीलाई तालिम दिएर हाम्रो सिपहरूको कदर गरेर यही हाम्रो आय आर्जनमूलक केही कार्यक्रमहरू अथवा केही फ्याक्ट्रीहरू केही उहरू अब सञ्चालन गरिदियो भने हामीलाई विदेश जानु पर्दैन।
राजनीतिकमा स्थिरता ल्याउनु पर्छ अनि स्थिरता भयो भने हामीहरूले राम्रोसँग गर व्यापार गर्न पाउँछौँ।
कृषि क्षेत्रमा लगानी गरी युवाहरूलाई कृषि क्षेत्रमै रोजगार दियो भनेदेखि युवाहरू चाहिँ गाउँमै कृषि अपनाइकन आफ्नो
जीवनस्तर चलाउन सकिन्छ।
देशमा समग्र रूपमा अमन चयन शान्तिको वातावरण स्थापना गर्न सक्यो भने मात्रै विदेशी युवाहरू र स्वदेशमै गरेर केही गरी खान सक्ने वातावरण बन्न सक्छ।
आफ्नै भएको स्रोत साधन उपलब्ध स्रोत साधनहरू जुटाएर गरी खाने वातावरण सरकारले बनाइदिने हो र जनताले गर्ने।
देशले आफ्नो युवाहरूलाई आफ्नै देशभित्र केही गर्न सकुन् भन्ने एउटा राम्रो वातावरण बनाइदिनु पर्यो।
हामी त रिक्सा चलाइराखेको छु हेर्नुहोस् होइन, अब रिक्सामा कहिले 800 हुन्छ, कहिले 1000 रुपियाँ हुन्छ। अब विदेश जानुभन्दा यतै नै राम्रो भनेर हामी त लागेकै छौँ।
काम नपाएर इन्डिया गएका छन्, जुठो भाँडो माझेका छन्, होटलमा काम गरेका छन्, इट्टा गारा गरेका छन्। यस्तो गर्नको लागि यिनी फ्याक्ट्रीहरू बनाइदिएर कुनै रोजगार दिए त बाहिर जाने थिएन हाम्रो बच्चा।
Welcome back. Indian ambassador to Nepal, Ranjit Ray, has said that he was optimistic about the efforts for the resolution of the ongoing crisis in Nepal. By the Nepal Chamber of Commerce and the Indian Embassy. He termed the latest efforts as positive. He also said he was aware about the suffering faced by the Nepali people. He added talks were on to end the border blockade. During the discussion, some industrialists stressed on the need for India to play a role in resolving the crisis. Participants of the program said that the embargo should be lifted so that relations between the two countries could be improved. It's now time for our segment, Public Pulse, where USMS asks with your opinion. Let's take a look at the results from yesterday's polls. Yesterday we had asked you what should be done to conclude Constitution Amendment at the earliest. And here's a snapshot of the results. 98% voted for A, decisive talks. Only 1% for B, both sides flexible, and 1% for C, shorten the procedures. And now today's question, why has Madhesi Morcha come up with additional protest programs? Options are A, to put pressure, B, to boost cadres morale, and C, for honorable safe landing. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select option A, B or C and send it to 8080 to share your opinion with us. And now an international update. The 5 permanent members of the United Nations Security Council were struggling to agree on a draft resolution endorsing an international bid to end the 5-year-old civil war in Syria ahead of ministerial talks taking place in New York today. The US Ambassador to the United Nations. And time now for yet another short break. For more news, stay with us.
सही उत्तरका लागि QM स्पेस ऑप्शन A, B, C र D टाइप गरी 2200 मा full lifestyle.
The Federation of Nepalese Chamber of Commerce, FNCCI, has drawn the attention of the ruling and protesting parties towards the rise of a parallel economy which is based on black marketeering and corruption. FNCCI organized a press conference in the capital today and warned the government about the rise of an unofficial and black economy. The Federation claimed that black marketing of products along the border had given rise to such parallel economy. It said that the national economy could easily collapse if industries failed to resume their operations soon. It has urged the government and the agitating factions to sit for talks and settle the disputes at the earliest. The industrial sector of the country has been brought to a grinding halt for months now due to lack of fuel and raw materials. More than 2,000 industries in Tarai has closed down, leading to more than 2 billion rupees in losses. The Federation has said that the prices of products in the market had skyrocketed due to increasing fuel prices and transportation costs. It has said that foreign investment had also been badly affected due to twin effects of shutdown and border blockade. And time now for this sport update.
Sports.
The final game of the AFC Under-14 Girls Regional Championship that had been postponed due to the earthquake will now be played on Sunday. Nepal will be up against Bangladesh for the title. Despite the short training period, players have claimed that they are ready to face Bangladesh. Team coach Kishore Casey said that the players have been performing very well. He expressed confidence that they could bag the title this time as well. The championship event had to be postponed since the April 25th earthquake struck on the same day the final was to be held. Nepal is the defending champion of the Under-14 Regional Championship. Prior to this, Nepal had won the first edition of the tournament in Sri Lanka. And before we wrap up, here is the reminder of the main stories. Parliamentary meeting called off until Wednesday to reach an agreement with Madhesi Morcha. Morcha plans to step up protests. Prime Minister KP Oli says ongoing problems will be sorted out through talks with the protesting parties. And that's all for the moment. Up next is the Nepali News Bulletin. Keep watching Gandhara Television. Good night.